Mohammed bin Salman, a name that resonates with power and influence across the globe. Born in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in the year 1985, this man, now known as MBS, is the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, a position that places him second in line to the throne. But MBS is not just a prince. He is a force, an unseen power that shapes the trajectory of an entire nation. In the intricate tapestry of Saudi Arabia's royal lineage, MBS's thread is a potent one. He is the eldest son of King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, the reigning monarch of Saudi Arabia, and his third wife, Fahda bint Fala bin Sultan. His lineage alone imbued him with considerable influence from an early age, an influence that was only amplified by his father's ascension to the throne in 2015. But who is this man really? Beyond the public persona, beyond the titles and the palaces, Mohammed bin Salman is a man of determination and ambition. From a young age he displayed an astute understanding of the world around him, an understanding that was honed and refined throughout his studies in law at King Saud University. The unseen power that Mohammed bin Salman wields is not just a product of his birthright. It is a testament to his vision, his strategic acumen, and his relentless pursuit of progress. This is a man who, even before assuming the title of Crown Prince, was instrumental in shaping the policies and directions of his nation. From his birth in Riyadh to his education in law, from his royal lineage to his ascension to the position of Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman's life has been a journey marked by power and influence. His is a story of a man born into power, of a man who took that power and used it to shape the destiny of his nation. From his birth in 1985 to his royal lineage, the stage was set for Mohammed bin Salman's ascent to power. Mohammed bin Salman's rise to power wasn't a matter of if, but when. Born into the House of Saud, the young prince was always destined for greatness. His journey began in the corridors of knowledge. At King Saud University, he pursued his passion for law, securing a bachelor's degree that would later shape his leadership style. The study of law, after all, is not just about rules and regulations, but about understanding the delicate balance of justice and power. His education was only the first stepping stone. At a young age, he stepped into the world of governance, serving as a special advisor to his father. Back then, his father, Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, was the governor of Riyadh. The young prince was learning the ropes, observing and understanding the intricate workings of leadership, politics, and power. But the true turning point in his career came in 2015, when he was appointed as the Minister of Defense. This was no small feat. The Ministry of Defense is a crucial part of any government, responsible for safeguarding the nation's security and sovereignty. His role here was not just about military strategy but about national pride and the protection of Saudi Arabia's interests at home and abroad. And then, in 2017, came the crowning glory. Mohammed bin Salman was appointed as the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. This was the moment he had been preparing for all his life. The young prince was now the heir apparent to the throne, the future king of Saudi Arabia. But his journey wasn't just about personal growth, it was about Saudi Arabia. With each role he was not just ascending the ranks, but shaping the future of his country. He was influencing policy, driving change, and carving out a new vision for Saudi Arabia. With each step, Mohammed bin Salman was not just climbing the ladder of power, he was building it. Power, they say, is not given, but taken. And Mohammed bin Salman knows this all too well. In the intricate game of power, Prince Mohammed bin Salman, or MBS as he is often known, has played his cards with a shrewdness and audacity that has left many astounded. His rise to the zenith of Saudi power has not been without its share of bold moves and strategic plays. One of the most significant of these was his consolidation of power within the kingdom, a swift and decisive move that saw him sideline potential rivals and take control of the country's security institutions. His mantra was simple: keep your friends close and your potential rivals even closer. This he did by appointing close allies to key positions, thus ensuring his grip on power. But the consolidation of power within the kingdom was just the beginning. MBS made his mark on the international stage as well. His role in the Yemen war, for instance, has been one of the most defining aspects of his tenure. As Minister of Defense, he led Saudi Arabia into a conflict that has had far-reaching implications, not just for Yemen, but for the entire region. Then there was the blockade against Qatar, a move that shook the Gulf Cooperation Council to its core and showcased MBS's willingness to flex Saudi Arabia's muscles on the regional stage. This was not just a power play, but a clear message to the world that under his leadership, Saudi Arabia would not shy away from taking decisive action. In the end, what we see is a leader who is not afraid to take risks, who is not afraid to make bold moves, and who is not afraid to shake things up. Whether you agree with his methods or not, one thing is clear: Mohammed bin Salman is a force to be reckoned with. In the game of power, Mohammed bin Salman is a player to be reckoned with. Mohammed bin Salman is not just a power player, he is a visionary. When we say visionary, we mean a leader who foresees a future that many others can't yet comprehend. A leader who is unafraid of taking bold steps to shape a brighter future, not only for his kingdom, but for the entire region. And this is exactly what Mohammed bin Salman, often referred to as MBS, has been doing. One of the most ambitious plans of Prince Mohammed is Vision 2030. This is no ordinary project, it's a blueprint for the future, a comprehensive framework aimed at transforming Saudi Arabia into a global hub of trade, innovation, and culture. It's about reducing the country's dependence on oil, diversifying its economy, and developing public sectors like health, education, infrastructure, recreation, and tourism. But Vision 2030 is not the only mega-project on MBS's agenda. There's also NEOM, a futuristic city planned to be built in the northwestern part of Saudi Arabia. NEOM is not just another city, it's envisioned as a beacon of innovation, a hub for new technologies and businesses, and a model for sustainable living. It's a city that MBS dreams will drive the future economy and society of Saudi Arabia. Yet MBS's vision is not confined to economic reforms alone. He is also pushing for significant social reforms. One of the most notable of these is the advancement of women's rights. Under his leadership, women in Saudi Arabia have been granted the right to drive, to attend public events, and to have more prominent roles in society. These are steps that were unimaginable just a few years ago. For MBS, these plans and projects are not about power or prestige. They're about creating a better future, a more prosperous and progressive Saudi Arabia. They're about taking risks and breaking away from the past to forge a new path, a path that he believes will lead his country towards greater heights and a brighter future. For Mohammed bin Salman, power is not an end, but a means to transform Saudi Arabia. But with great power comes great controversy. Mohammed bin Salman, despite his influential role and ambitious vision, has not been exempt from this axiom. His reign as the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia has been marked by several contentious episodes that have sparked international debate. Let's delve into some of these controversies. First, we encounter the episode that is often referred to as the Saudi Purge. In 2017, under the guise of an anti-corruption campaign, Mohammed bin Salman ordered the arrest of several Saudi princes and prominent businessmen. The move was seen by many as a consolidation of power, sparking criticism and raising questions about his motivations and methods. Then we come to the shocking and deeply tragic murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in 2018. Khashoggi, a critic of the Saudi regime, was killed inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, and the CIA later concluded that Mohammed bin Salman had ordered the assassination. This incident sent shockwaves around the globe, with many calling for accountability and justice. Finally, we cannot overlook the Crown Prince's handling of the Yemen war. Under his leadership, Saudi Arabia has been heavily involved in the conflict, leading a coalition against the Houthi rebels. This involvement has been steeped in controversy due to the high civilian casualty rate and the humanitarian crisis that has ensued. The war has led to widespread famine and disease, leading to severe criticism of Saudi Arabia's role and the Crown Prince's strategy. These controversies have significantly shaped international perceptions of Mohammed bin Salman. They've raised questions about his leadership style, his respect for human rights, and his ultimate vision for Saudi Arabia. Despite his efforts to modernize the nation and diversify its economy, these controversies have cast a shadow over his reign, stirring debate and speculation. Mohammed bin Salman's reign is not without its shadows, casting a complex light on this influential figure. Mohammed bin Salman, a name etched in the annals of power and influence. His journey from a royal prince to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia has been marked by visionary plans and a decisive rise to power. His bold initiatives for a modern Saudi Arabia have not been without controversy, yet these are the very elements that paint the canvas of his legacy, a mosaic of ambition, power, and transformation. As Mohammed bin Salman continues to shape Saudi Arabia's future, his legacy continues to unfold.